Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Here is my Dacia Spring. It's just about 1 year old. It goes in for its annual service and it's been absolutely fantastic and it is cheap and nasty. Let's get in the car. Wow, it's a bit chilly, so let's put the fire on. I've got my RideIron heated gilet on. Which I often do because it's often short runs that I perform in this car and the Mercedes. But we're talking about the Dacia Spring 65 Extreme. I also believe that they're bringing out a Dacia Spring 100. More power, more range, I guess. Don't know why. You don't need it, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's go for a drive. And let's talk about the last year of ownership of this particular car. So I've had this car for about a year. It's going in for its very first service, which I was informed that would be £99. It's actually £200. Apparently the subsequent services after the first service are £99. When we get to year 2, we'll find out if it is £99, but in year 2, but we shall wait and see. It has had no major problems at all. It's been a great car. The only slight problem is the software update for the audio system, the media system, which has taken a couple of weeks to settle in, and now it seems to be fine. Let's have a look, just put it there, go there. And the main problem was with this navigation that's inbuilt to the system. This is not from my iPhone or anything like that. It does do Apple CarPlay and Android equivalent integration, so you can use Google Maps or Waze and things like that. So this is 65, is it 65 horsepower or whatever? It's got a 27 kilowatt battery. I use a granny charger. I pay, I don't know, is it 30 pence a unit? It works absolutely fine for me, yes, for charging up the car. It takes a good few hours to charge over the granny charger, but because of how this car is used and how and when it is used, it works perfectly fine. It gets charged once every 3 days. We're in the midst of the UK winter. This is end of February, or coming up the end of February 2026. And it is cold, and that has an impact to the battery. Normally it has a range in the summer of about 130 miles. With the winter, it certainly comes down when you're using the air conditioning to get it hot in the cabin, which it does not get hot. It gets warm, nicely warm, not hot. Although I guess that's relative. It's relative, really, of what's hot and what's warm. That's relative. It's your perspective. I would say it gets warm. But it's okay. But it is okay. The controls in it are very simple, even with the Extreme on this screen here. The controls are simple. It's back to basics. That's why a lot of commenters say it's cheap and nasty. Is it cheap? Well, I know you can pick them up for about £10,000 brand new now. Is that cheap? I don't know. I guess it is. Is it nasty? I suppose if you compare it to a Range Rover, you might class it as nasty. But actually, it's a brilliant car. It's a super skinny car. It's very thin, and with the UK roads and the European roads, off the motorways and that, we'll come back to motorways in a minute, it's perfect. It truly is perfect. But of course, everybody wants an SUV now. Let's turn off the notifications and the steering, the automated steering that it has. That's a bit useless. It's more a distraction than anything else, however. On the skinny roads of the UK, where everybody's double parked, and on the country lanes that I generally travel in with this car, it's absolutely brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. If I had a big SUV, or like when I'm driving my Mercedes, I mean, that's like a land yacht. So you got to be a bit careful on the country roads, whereas this, absolutely terrific. Absolutely terrific. Performance, is it fast enough? Absolutely yes. I don't know what the 45 is like. The 45 is the slower model, but I don't know what that's like. Is there anybody following me? We're coming up to a hill. We're just coming up to a hill. Let's see. Let's go up the hill. Here we are. Right, let's slow right down. Coming down. There's no one behind me. No one behind me. No one behind me. No one behind me. There we are. No one behind me. 5 miles an hour. Let's go. It's wheel spinning. It's off. It's wheel spinning and it's going. And there is 50 miles an hour. And there is 60 miles an hour. Just saying. Just saying. Is it slow? I guess if it was compared to a Lamborghini, it probably is slow. I don't think it's slow. I don't think it's slow at all. Is it nasty? No, it isn't nasty. It's not as luxurious as a Jaguar, or they're contentious now, aren't they, Jaguars? Let's not compare it to a Jaguar, because you never know which way you're going on that now. I think that's another company that will soon become a relic of the past after the last couple of years of marketing that they've done, but that's another subject. Is it as plush as a Range Rover? No, it isn't, but it's not £900 a month on PCP. Yeah? Instead of paying £900 a month on PCP and having a Range Rover, which everybody thinks you're a bit of a twat, yeah? Which is not right. You know, that's not really fair, but that's what people think. You could pay £200 a month for this, save £700, that's, let's say £7,000 over the year, and you've got a couple of holidays with the family then, that you could afford. But would you turn up to work in this? Dunno. You tell me. Put the comments below. Do you feel cheap and nasty when you're driving it? Do you feel cheap and nasty? Me, when I'm driving this, I feel smart because it's only £200 a month, 190 if we're going to be exact. What have been the problems? The first problem over the first couple of thousand miles were the tyres. The tyres were not great. A lot of people do change them. I am still on the original long sin tyres, and this car has now done 7,167 miles. And these tyres are now fine. I'm not saying they're the best performant tyres, but they're absolutely fine. I don't have any of the skiddy feeling that I did in the first couple of thousand miles. So if you get over that period of getting the tyres running, I don't know how else to describe it, then you should be okay. A lot of people do change the tyres, and they say the performance of the new tyres is much better. I completely understand that. I was thinking about changing them when I first got the car, but then I thought, let's push through and let's see if these tyres do actually do anything. Let's see if they get better. Someone's riding a nice motorbike here, and I'll be on mine this afternoon, hopefully. There we are. Into the country roads. Range anxiety. Never had that problem. Never had that problem. Earlier on in 2025, in Continentia, aka Tina, and I went to the Lake District from Stafford in this car and had no problems charging the car up on the motorway or whilst in the Lake District. Had no problems because it's such a small battery of, is it 27 kilowatts? It took no more than 30 minutes to charge. The maximum charge it can do is 30 kilowatts an hour. So, you know, there we are. There's not much rocket science there. You can figure that out yourself. So the range anxiety issue is purely down to poor planning. Yeah, it's purely down to poor planning. And humans are naturally bad at planning. I understand that. But you do get used to this. And when you come home, you don't forget to plug in your car to charge it in readiness for the few days ahead when you're going to work or doing whatever. The suspension on the car is perfect for what it is. It's a little car, it's not too hard, it's not too soft, it's very respondent. It's very performant for what it is. It really is performant. With driving around these country roads all the time, the suspension is really up to the mark. Yeah, it really is very good. It really is very good. The cruise control works perfectly. I did have problems early on when you're going downhill at 50 mile an hour on cruise control. It used to go, that was very annoying. However, it did have an update for the system on the car, and that seems to have addressed that. Here we are, I'm doing 30 mile an hour, the car behind me is coming up, and he's going to be desperate to overtake me. So much speeding in the UK. There really is a lot of speeding. Oh, you do have the problem in this car. Because it's a small car, all the big SUVs are desperate to overtake you. So I'm doing 60 mile an hour, as an example, on a country road, yeah, like I've been driving around here, and they're desperate to overtake you. They have this psychological effect on them, on the driver. Most of them are women. I'm just saying, most of them are women. And they're desperate to overtake you. Desperate. So desperate that they become dangerous. I don't know what's going off in the heads, and the men are just as bad. I don't know what's going off in the heads. Let's quickly resume to 30 mile an hour. Perfect. So I'm on cruise now at 30 mile an hour, so that means I don't get a speeding ticket. There we are. A lot of people don't like that. Why are you using cruising 30 mile an hour? So I don't get a speeding ticket. That's ridiculous. Blah, 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 blah. You should be controlling it with your foot. Why should I control it with my foot when I've got cruise control? Then I can focus on the roads and the steering. I'm just saying. Just saying. And by the way, I'm not perfect. Please feel free to comment. Yeah, feel free to comment. So we've gone through the suspension. We've gone through the power of the car, whether it's fast enough. Do I think the Spring needs a faster motor with the new 100 coming out? I believe there's a 100 coming out. No, I don't know who they're trying to satisfy on that. I'm not sure who they're trying to satisfy. It would have been better to put a larger battery in it or a denser battery to give it more range rather than more power. It doesn't need more power. It really doesn't. The media system is okay. You can take telephone calls and all that kind of stuff and play your Apple Music and all that kind of stuff. Spotify, all that kind of stuff. Not a problem. That works okay. The heating's now coming nice and hot, seeing as I've been driving it for 20 minutes. So that's good news. Let's just turn it down or the cameras will start shutting down. The boot is more than big enough for normal shopping for 2 people. If you've got a family of 4, not sure about that. Not sure. But if you had a family of 4, it's still okay. The problem is you want a bigger car. And then there's the other one where it's not being certified in crash tests. Yeah? There are many cars that have not been certified in a crash test situation. Do you know that organisation that tests the cars? If you've got this far, I'd be surprised. There are many, many, many cars that have not gone through that process. Many cars. So this is not just one of the odd ones out. There are more cars that haven't been crash tested than there are cars that have been crash tested. The visibility is really good. The mirrors at the side are very good. It's got electric windows at the front. I wish it had got electric windows at the back. It does have electric windows at the back, but I wish you could operate them from the front, which you can't. Maybe in the new version you can. I'm not sponsored by Dacia, by the way. This is my car. If it was shit, I'd tell you. Would I buy another one if I was giving this bike? Yes, I probably would. This is on a PCP agreement. I'm not buying it as such. I'm renting it. It's like a long-term rent, which was with a 0 deposit, so it's like a lease car, which works out financially perfect for my situation. It may not work out for your situation. You have to sit down and do a few calculations on the numbers. Would I prefer a Range Rover? Yes. Would I prefer to pay £200 a month rather than £900 a month? Yes. That's why this car works. If I was travelling 200 miles a day, would I use this car? Probably not. Probably not. But for 90% of the people, this car would fit their needs. And the other 10% are on the motorways. And by the way, on the motorways at 70 mile an hour, this has no problems. It doesn't get blown around like you'll see in other videos. It doesn't feel insecure on the road. It feels absolutely great. By the way, before I started, here is a little tyre pump. I'll put the picture of it up. I just checked the tyre pressures. It's called TOPUMP, TUPUMP, from China. About 40 or £50. You'll get a bit of discount in the link you'll get a bit of discount in the link to purchase it. Yeah, really good. I use it on the motorbike, and you can blow up footballs and bicycle tyres and everything. It comes with all the adapters. But generally speaking, I use it for the cars, and I use it for the motorbikes. Oops, wrong one. It's starting to snow. It's starting to snow. I was hoping to go out on the motorbike this afternoon, but it's starting to snow. I can see it. Have you got one? Are you looking at one? Are you looking at this kind of size of car and you're not sure about the Dacia Spring or other alternates? You should always try the Dacia Spring. It is very good. A year in, no issues. No issues at all. The numbers just work. And I'm talking financial numbers. It's been great. It has been absolutely fantastic. Is it the sexiest car? Will it get you a girlfriend? Probably not. Probably not. Then again, my Suzuki GSX, the 1400 photograph. A few years ago, that would have got you a girlfriend, but now, absolutely not. You can't get girlfriends with motorbikes now, or cars, unless it's a BMW M3. Just saying. Correct me if I'm wrong. Am I being shallow? I only say what I see. I say what I see. Would I buy another one? Yes, I probably would. Would I go up to the 100? If it had got more range. Not that I've got a problem with range on this car, but if it had got more range where I'd only need to charge it once every 5 days, let's say, instead of 3 days in winter, then maybe. But I suspect it's more about power and acceleration, which you just don't need. You just don't need it. What else is there? That's about it. Everything else is perfect. There's not a lot more to say about this car. It's been a great car. A few more days, £200 service for the first service. And by servicing it with Dacia, that means the warranty gets extended out for an additional year. Okay? So you keep on having it serviced annually, and then the warranty keeps on going out an additional year up to a maximum of 7 or 8 years, I believe. So it's always under warranty. But then again, we know that these warranties are often a waste of time. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you've got any questions, put them in the comments below or reach out via email for the channel. It's been a great car. It's been a great car. I can't say more than that. Drive safely, ride safely if you're on motorbikes, and I'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.